Okay guys, in this last session, in the last session we are discussed about the extrinsic semiconductor. What is the p type of semiconductor, what is the n type of semiconductor. In case of p type of semiconductor, the number of hole is considered as a holes are considered as a majority charge carrier. In case of n type of semiconductor, the holes are considered as a majority charge carrier. And we derive one equation for this also. NH into means for charge carrier, NH into N is equal to Ni square. Now in this session we are going to discuss about the we are discuss some example which is based on intrinsic semiconductor and extrinsic semiconductor. Okay, let's see solve first example. So this is the illustration number 14.1. Illustration number 14.1. What is the problem statement? Carbon, silicon and germanium have the same lattice structure. What is the meaning of same lattice structure? Same lattice structure means there is a 4 electron in its outer shell. There is a 4 electron in its outer shell. So the lattice structures is same for this all. Why the carbon is insulator and silicon and germanium are the semiconductor? So the case is very simple. If you have any material, then which material is considered as a insulator and which material is considered as a semiconductor. So if energy gap, you must be note this, if energy gap greater than 3 electron volt, if energy gap is greater than 3 electron volt, then the substance behaves like an insulator, and if the energy gap is less than 3 electron volt, then this substance behaves like a semiconductor, as we discussed in our previous sessions. Okay, now let's we discuss about this one. For let's see, if you consider this energy gap, then energy gap in case of carbon, it is a 5.4 electron volt. It means it is greater than 3 electron volt. So we can say that this carbon is what? Insulator. And if you consider the silicon and germanium, this gap is 1.1 eV and 0.7 eV, means this both are less than 3 electron volt. What is the meaning of this? It's mean this both are behaves like a semiconductor. So carbon is an insulator and the silicon and germanium are the semiconductor. One another substance, another atoms is considered in a fourth group. Which one? That is Sn. So Sn is also in a fourth elemental group, but it is considered as a metal. Why? Because this energy gap is what? 0 eV. It means this conduction band and valence band both are overlapped on each other in case of Sn. Okay, all of you guys must be note this example in your books. Then after we are just go to the next example. Okay, note it. Okay, this is illustration number 14.2. What is the problem statement? Suppose in a pure silicon crystal, how many atoms? 5 into 10 raised to 28 atoms per meter cube. It is doped by 1 ppm. 1 ppm means what? 1 in 10 to the 6. What is the meaning of 1 ppm? 1 ppm means 1 atom in a 10 raised to 6 intrinsic atoms. Okay, concentration of the pentavalent arsenic. Of a pentavalent arsenic. Pentavalent means what? 5. There is a 5 valency. There is a 5 electron in outer shell. We call it is pentavalent. In case of pentavalent, which one is considered as a majority charge carrier? So in case of pentavalent, what we consider? The electron is considered as a majority charge carrier. Okay, so calculate the number of electron and number of holes. We have to finding out this both number of electron and number of holes. So here, as we discuss in a theory session, what is the number of electron? What is the number of electron? Write down. Number of electron, Ne is equal to N donor. N is equal to what? N donor. Because in pentavalent, this pentavalent impurity donate 1 electron, so we consider Ne is equal to N donor, as we discussed in the theory session. So here this simple one. What is this amount? So what is intrinsic charge carrier? Take 5 into 10 raised to 20 means, so what is the intrinsic atoms? 5 into 10 raised to 8. And what is this range? 10 raised to 6, so divide by 10 raised to 6. So answer is what? Number of electron is equal to 5 into 10 raised to 22. Now how you just find this? How? So write down one note. All of you guys must be write a one note here. Okay, if you just find this number of electron by this way, if one electron in, sorry, you just erase it, that's right. If 10 raised to 6 atom, how many electron? 1 electron. So we have a 5 into 10 raised to 28 atom. Then number of electron is equal to what? Use this crisis, so you get the final answer. Okay, so Ne is equal to 1 into 10 raised 5 into 10 raised to 28 upon 10 raised to 26. So by this way I am just put this value. Okay, you just write this equation in a knot, so you just get the answer of number of electron. Okay, for any extrinsic semiconductor, number of electron into number of hole is equal to Ni square, as we discussed in a theory session. So let's say find number of hole. Number of holes. How we get this number of holes? So number of hole Ne into Nh is equal to Ni square, as we discussed in a theory session. So let's find here. So Nh is equal to Ni square upon Ne. See, Ni is given here 5 into 10 raised to 16, 1.5. So 1.5 into 10 raised to 16 whole square upon Ne. What is Ne actually? If we already find this Ne, we already get this Ne. So let's we put the value of Ne here. So Ne is equal to 5 into 10 raised to 22. Okay, so find the Nh from this equation. So remaining calculation is in homework. All of you guys must be write this, must be calculate this answer by yourself. Okay, not this example properly. We just use the different equation, nothing else. Very simple examples are just asking from the semiconductor topic. Okay? Not it, this one. Then after we are just going to this next example. Not it. Okay. What is this next one? Next one is a example from the exercise, example number 14.1. What is the problem statement? In N type of silicon, which of the following statements is true? Which of the following statement is true? So very simple. Let's see. So you see here the electrons are minority charge carrier, majority charge carrier. This type of options are given to us. So you just write down for N type. For N type of semiconductor, electrons majority charge carrier. Second one, hole minority charge carrier. And which type of impurities are added? Donor impurity. So here donor impurity is added. You choose the option from the below one. So what is the first one? Electrons are majority charge carrier and trivalent, so that is wrong. Here trivalent, so it is wrong. Second, electrons are minority. Here electrons is majority in N type, so it is also wrong. Comes to the third one. Holes are minority. Holes are minority and pentavalents. Atoms are considered as a dopant. So this one is correct because holes are minority and pentavalent is added. So this is the characteristics of N type of semiconductor. It means C is correct. And the last one, holes are majority and holes are majority. This is wrong actually. So this fourth one is also wrong. So this is the simple solution for the example number 14.1. Now what is 14.2? Example number 14.2. Which of the statement is correct for P type of semiconductor? So you just write down, this is in homework by yourself. Okay, I am just giving you some idea. In case of P type of semiconductor, holes considered as a majority, electrons considered as a minority, and trivalent impurities are added. Okay, so by this way you just find the second, you just solve the second example by yourself. So this is in homework. All of you guys must be note this example. Also when you note this example, you just write the proper reasons. Okay, because this type of MCQs are generally asked in a different competitive examination also. Okay, all of you guys must be note this. Okay, let's come to this next one, example number 14.3. carbon, silicon and germanium have a 4 electrons in a valence band. So we all know about this. These are characterized by the valence band and conduction band separated by this energy gap. So what is the energy gap between the conduction and valence band? We call it is band gap. And for this one, carbon it is EgC, for silicon EgSi, and for germanium EgG. Okay, which of the following statement is true? So it's very simple. See, you just see this example. All of you guys must be see this example. See, okay, now here all these values are given. See, all those values are given. So you just compare your answer, you just find your answer by comparison of this value. It means the energy gap for the carbon is highest and for energy gap for the germanium is smallest. By this way you just get your answer. Okay, so this example is in homework. Example number, this one is in homework. All of you guys must be solve this example by yourself. Okay, you just take a reference. Which example as a reference? So reference is example number, illustration number 14.1. Illustration number 14.1 is a reference for all of you. Okay, must be note this and find the answer by yourself. It is in homework. Okay, let's see. Okay, what is this problem? It is a example number 14.12 from the exercise. What is the problem statement? The number of silicon atom per meter cube is equal to 5 into 10 raised to 28 atoms. This is doped simultaneously with the 5 into 10 raised to 22 atoms per meter cube of arsenic. What is the meaning of arsenic? Arsenic means pentavalent impurity. Arsenic means what? Pentavalent impurity. And 5 into 10 raised to 20 per meter cube atom of indium. Indium means what? Trivalent impurity. What is the meaning of indium? Indium means trivalent impurity. So we are added the two different impurity. Let's see right here, arsenic. If you add the arsenic, then which type of charge carrier you just get? So electron, because it is pentavalent. So arsenic is pentavalent impurity. So number of electron is equal to what? 5 into 10 raised to 22. And indium is what? Indium is trivalent impurity. So number of hole is equal to 5 into 10 raised to 20. So we are added the two impurity at a time in any pure semiconductor. So calculate the number of electrons and number of holes. We have to finding out this both. We already gives us some sign. Number of electron is Ne and number of hole is NH. So let's we find this one, Ne dash and NH dash is equal to what? Finally, after this adding this both this impurity into the pure semiconductor, what is the final number of electron and what is the final number of holes in a crystal? Okay, we have to find this. Given that Ni is equal to this one. Given that Ni is equal to this one. Now you must be understand something. See, all of you must be understand this. Suppose this is your band. Consider it is band. So here you add some holes. Here you add some electron also. Means you are added the hole and electron both are together at a time. Then these electrons are just combined. These electrons are combined with the hole. Okay, so this electron, you must be note this, are combined with the hole. So some of those electrons are some of the electron holes pairs are destroyed. Some of the electron holes pair are destroyed. So what is the remaining? अगर यहाँ पे इलेक्ट्रॉन ज़्यादा है तो इलेक्ट्रॉन बाकी रहेंगे और होल्स ज़्यादा है तो होल्स बाकी रहेंगे, क्योंकि जब साथ में आप एक एट अ टाइम सेमीकंडक्टर में ऐड कर रहे हो तो दोनों क्या होगा, उसका रिकॉम्बिनेशन होकर क्या हो जाएगा, उसकी जो नंबर ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन और होल्स है वो डिक्रीज हो जाएंगे और बाकी के जो है वो बाकी रहेंगे. ठीक है, तो इसमें से देखते हैं कौन से ज़्यादा है कौन से कम है. लेट्स सी. So number of electrons is 5 into 10 raised to 22 and number of holes is 5 into 10 raised to 20. It means number of electrons is greater than number of hole. मतलब 5 into 10 raised to 22 इलेक्ट्रॉन में से 5 into 10 raised to 20 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स है और रिकम्बाइन हो जाएंगे तो बाकी कितने रहेंगे, वही हमारे पास क्या होगा, नंबर ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन. लेट्स वी फाइंड दिस वन. सो नंबर ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन is Ne dash, okay, is equal to NH माइनस Ne माइनस NH, मतलब NH जितने इलेक्ट्रॉन से होल के साथ रिकॉम्बाइन होकर क्या हो जाएगा उसका और डिस्ट्रॉय हो जाएगा, तो बाकी के कितने बाकी रहेंगे, तो NH जितने निकाल दो उतने इलेक्ट्रॉन्स हो बाकी रहेंगे, ठीक है। सो Ne डैश इज इक्वल टू Ne माइनस NH, देन पुट दिस वैल्यू हियर, सो व्हाट इज योर आंसर, 5 into 10 raised to 22 minus 5 into 10 raised to 20. So here the power 22 and here the power 20. Let's take a power 20 is common. So 500 minus 5 into 10 raised to 20. So what is number of electron? Number of electron is equal to 495 into 10 raised to 20. This is the final number of electron in a intrinsic semiconductor. Extrinsic semiconductor. Okay, now what is number of hole? So use this formula, use the basic formula, number of hole find by this relation. See, NH is equal to Ni square upon Ne, NH into Ne, actually dash, NH dash is equal to Ni square into Ne dash. What is Ni? So Ni is equal to 1.5 into 10 to the 16 whole square upon what is Ne dash, 495 into 10 raised to 20. You just find this answer by yourself. Okay, you just find this answer by yourself. So this is in homework. If you find this, the second question is what is the type material is material is N type or P type. इफ मटेरियल इज N टाइप ऑफ P टाइप, अगर फाइनल जो क्रिस्टल बन रहा है उसमें होल ज़्यादा है तो P टाइप का मटेरियल है, और फाइनल जो क्रिस्टल बन रहा है उसमें इलेक्ट्रॉन ज़्यादा है तो N टाइप है, ठीक है। सो आफ्टर कैलकुलेटिंग दिस वन, if you calculate this both the answer, we already calculate this number of electron, now you calculate the number of holes. After calculating आपको ये आंसर मिलेगा Ne dash greater than NH dash, मतलब नंबर ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन ज़्यादा है, सो दिस मटेरियल इज विच टाइप, N टाइप, this material is a N type of semiconductor, ठीक है। so this is very different example, all of you guys must be note this example with a proper concept, okay। all of you must be note this, then after we are just go to the next one, okay, note it in your books, okay। let's see one additional note, conductivity in a metal and semiconductor, conductivity in a metal and semiconductor, very simple. All of you must be studied about this in a chapter number 3, current electricity. We discuss about this one in a current electricity. So first we discuss about conductivity of metal. So for metal, in which chapter you have studied about this one, about metal in a current electricity. In a current electricity we discuss about the conductivity of conductivity for a metal. Then we all know what is current density. So current density J is given by sigma E. This is the one equation, actually you just derive this relation in a current electricity, we just write this relation directly here. So current density J is equal to what, sigma E, and it's another equation of this, is what, it's another equation is NeVd, consider it is the equation number 1. So we have a two equation for the current density. Current density means current per ampere, current per area. Current density means current passing through the unit area. This is called a current density, okay। this is the definition of current density. Current passing through the unit area we call it is current density, ठीक है। so J is equal to sigma E is equal to NeVd, where N is a number of electron, E is a charge of electron, Vd is a drift velocity. Vd is a drift velocity, sigma is a conductivity, E is electric field. All of you must be note this, all this term, sigma conductivity, E electric field, N number of charge carrier, E charge of electron, and Vd drift velocity. Vd is what, drift velocity. All of you must be note this, okay। Again J current density, sigma conductivity of material metal, E electric field, N number of charge carrier, E charge of electron, and Vd drift velocity. Now one another terms you must be note here, and that is a mobility. about mobility, you discussed, you just understand about mobility in detail in a current electricity. Okay, now we write the directly equation. So mobility is generally denoted by mu, so it is given as a Vd upon E. So from this, what is Vd? So Vd is equal to mu into E. Okay, so you solve this equation 1 and 2, you get the answer of conductivity. If you solve the equation 1 and 2, you get the answer of conductivity. So what is conductivity from this both? So conductivity sigma is equal to, you just see, you put this Vd here, you put the Vd into this equation. What is the answer? Sigma E is equal to any mu E. So E cancel out, so answer is any mu. What is the answer? So conductivity of any metal is given by any mu. Conductivity of any metal is just given by any mu, where n is a number of charge carrier, E is a charge of electron, and mu is a mobility. But if you consider, if you think about the semiconductor, see, if you think about the semiconductor, then it is completely different. Okay, if you consider in a metal, if you consider the metal, in a metal only one charge carrier is available. Which one? Electron. But if you consider about the semiconductor, there is a two charge carrier, one is electron, one is hole. Here the current is due to the two charge carrier, electron and hole. Here the current is due to the two charge carrier. Then how we represent the conductivity? So conductivity of semiconductor is sigma is equal to sigma hole plus sigma electron. मेटल में तो इलेक्ट्रॉन की वजह से कंडक्टिविटी मिलती है, इसलिए वहाँ पे हम सिर्फ इलेक्ट्रॉन यूज़ करते हैं. लेकिन सेमीकंडक्टर में दो चार्ज कैरियर है अवेलेबल, एक है इलेक्ट्रॉन, एक है होल्स. सो टोटल कंडक्टिविटी इन केस ऑफ सेमीकंडक्टर सिग्मा इज इक्वल टू सिग्मा एच प्लस सिग्मा ई. Sigma is equal to sigma h plus sigma e. So use this above relation, this relation. So what we get the answer? Sigma is equal to n hole into E into mu hole plus n electron into E plus into mu electron. So this is the conductivity in case of semiconductor. This is the conductivity in case of semiconductor, extrinsic semiconductor. NH is what? Number of hole. Ne is what? Number of electron. Mu h is mobility of a hole, and mu is a mobility of electron. All of you must be note this. All of you guys must be note this example. Okay, must be note this theory in your books properly. Conductivity in case of metal and conductivity in case of semiconductor. In case of metal, only electrons are considered as a charge carrier, but in case of semiconductor, holes and electron both are considered as a charge carrier. So total conductivity in semiconductor is given as sigma h plus sigma e, and this is the equation. Okay, on another note, you must be note this temperature dependency of intrinsic charge carrier. Generally intrinsic charge carrier denoted by Ne. So if you increase the temperature, then how the number of charge carrier is changes. So this equation, you only remember this equation, nothing else. So a number of charge carrier is given by this relation. Ni is equal to a t raised to 3 into exponential. Exponential means e raised to something. E raised to minus Eg upon kBt, where Eg is what? Band gap. Kb is what? Boltzmann constant. All of you must be note here. All of you must be note here, where Eg is what? Band gap, where Kb is a Boltzmann constant. Boltzmann constant. What is the magnitude of the, what is the value of Boltzmann constant? So answer is 1.38 into 10 raised to minus 23 in SI units. Okay, so 1.38 into 10 raised to minus 23, this is the value of Kb, and T is a temperature in Kelvin. T is a temperature in Kelvin. Again, T is a temperature in Kelvin. Okay, all of you guys must be note this theory in your book. Then after we are just going to this next one. Okay, all of you must be note this. Okay, let's see next one. One example from the exercise, example number 14.13. What is the problem statement? Let's see. In an intrinsic semiconductor, the energy gap is 1.2 eV. The hole mobility is much smaller than the electron mobility and independent of a temperature. Means the hole mobility is smaller and electron mobility is higher and it is independent of a temperature. मतलब temperature पर depend करती नहीं है, ठीक है. So what is the ratio of their conductivity at the different two temperature, 300 Kelvin and 600 Kelvin? Let's consider 600 is T1 and 300 is T2. That is the different two temperature given data. T1 is equal to 600 Kelvin and T2 is equal to 300 Kelvin. Assume the temperature dependence of the intrinsic charge carrier is Ni is given by this relation. Ni is equal to N naught into exponential minus Eg upon 2 kBt, where N0 is a constant. So this type of case is given. So just we are studying about the conductivity of a semiconductor and metal. So conductivity is directly proportional to N. Conductivity is directly proportional to N. So we have to finding out this ratio, sigma 1 upon sigma 2 is equal to what? So by the using of this relation, if you use this relation, then you get this answer, sigma 1 upon sigma 2 is equal to N1 upon N2. Why? Sigma directly proportional to N. What is sigma here? Actually sigma is equal to N mu. Sigma is equal to N mu, and here we just neglect the whole. Why? The mobility of much smaller. So here we only count the electron volt. Sorry, here we only count the electrons. Here we count the only electron mobility. So N mu. So sigma directly proportional to N. Sigma directly proportional to N from this relation. So sigma 1 upon sigma 2 is equal to N1 upon N2. Put this value here. So what is this value? N0 exponential means e raised to. So e raised to minus Eg upon kBt upon N0 e raised to minus Eg upon kBt. But we just consider this conductivity at the different temperature, 600 and 300. So here you write kB T1 and here you write kB T2. ठीक है, तो ऐसा लिख दो. यहाँ पे जो भी कैंसिल होता है उसको कैंसिल करो. चलो, so N0 cancel out. So what is the final answer? Sigma 1 upon sigma 2 is equal to, this denominator comes to numerator, so it is becomes plus. So e raised to Eg upon kB, it's common out, so 1 upon T2 minus 1 upon T1. This is our answer. Okay. Now in this relation, suppose see Eg is given, kB is known, all this data are known, but here Eg is in which unit? Electron volt. So you must be convert in a joule. So Eg is equal to 1.2 into 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19 joule. अगर आप इलेक्ट्रॉन वोल्ट में वैल्यू रखते हैं तो आपका आंसर कैसा होगा? रॉन्ग होगा. आपको उसका आंसर किस में रखना होगा? जूल में. और यहाँ पे kB क्या रहेगा? So kB is equal to 1.38 into 10 raised to minus 23 SI में. तो ऐसा हो जाएगा. तो दोनों की वैल्यू आपके पास है. चलो ये जो न्यूमरेटर है उसको फाइंड करो और बाकी के एग्जांपल जो है आपके होमवर्क में होगा. ठीक है, चलो न्यूमरेटर में फाइंड कर देते हैं यहाँ पे. सो Eg अपॉन kB इंटू 1 अपॉन T2 minus 1 upon, sorry, power, not numerator, power. So what is this power? Eg is equal to 1.2 into 10 raised to minus 19 into 1.6 upon kB means 1.38 into 10 raised to minus 23. 1 upon T1, 1 upon T2 minus 1 upon T1 means 1 upon 300 minus 1 upon 600. ठीक है, चलो ऐसा हुआ. तो बाकी का जो है वो आप कैलकुलेट कर लो अपने आप. सो दिस रिमेनिंग टास्क इज इन होमवर्क. सो फर्स्ट यू फाइंड दिस वैल्यू, यू जस्ट पुट दिस वैल्यू इन दिस रिलेशन. So finally you get the answer of sigma 1 upon sigma 2. So remaining calculation is in homework. Okay, all of you guys must be note this example properly. Then after we are just go to this next one. Note it. Okay, now we just discuss about the practice examples. What we just discussed, practice examples. So if you have to find the if you just go through the some additional example in this case, so all of you guys must, before we solving this example, all of you guys must be revise this full theory about the intrinsic semiconductor and extrinsic semiconductor. Okay, then you just try to solve this whole example by yourself. Okay, that's it. What is this problem statement 1? Example 1. The energy gap of a photon of sodium light, which lambda is what? 589 nanometer, is equal to the band gap. Is equal to the band gap. Means energy of photon is equal to the band gap of energy of a semiconductor. So this type of case is given. Let's see. Suppose it is valence band. Consider. So it is valence band. It is what? Conduction. This type of case is given. So what is the band gap here? So this is band gap. So this band gap is equal to the energy of photon. It is equal to energy of photon. So band gap Eg is equal to energy of photon. It is a given data. It is a given data. Now find the minimum energy required to create a electron hole pair. So मतलब हमें band gap find करना है. हमें क्या find करना है? Eg is equal to finding out. See, find the minimum energy required to create a electron hole pair. मतलब कि देखो यहाँ पे मैं ग्रीन पेन से मार्क कर रहा हूँ. Suppose some electrons are present here. If it is jump here, then what is remaining? Hole in a valence band. So if electrons is jump from valence band to conduction band, then electron hole pair is generation. So what is the minimum energy required to jump from valence band to conduction band? That is a band gap. So we have to finding out the band gap here. So what is this first question? Solution first one. Band gap Eg is equal to what? E photon, because it is given. The energy of photon is equal to band gap energy. This both are equal. So what is energy of photon? Hc by lambda. Remember this equation from the previous chapters. Photon energy is given as a Hc by lambda. So what is this Hc by lambda? 1242 electron volt nanometer upon 589 nanometer. Just count this gap by yourself in electron volt. Okay, so remaining calculation is in homework. Second case, find the E upon cavity ratio at the T is equal to 300 Kelvin temperature. Find the E upon cavity ratio at T is equal to 300 Kelvin temperature. Here see, answer is also given 2.1 eV. Answer is given here. After calculating, what you get here? 2.1. Let's find the second one. E upon kBT, you just put the value directly. E is equal to a 2.1 into 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19. Convert in a joule. Kb is equal to 1.38 into 10 raised to minus 23 into T is equal to what? 300. Calculate this answer by yourself. This is in homework. After calculating, you get the 81. After calculating, what do you get? 81. So very simple actually. You just find this answer by yourself. Okay, all of you must be note this example by yourself. Okay, one additional note you must be remember. Okay, let's see. Suppose it is valence band and here it is conduction band. So generally electron hole pairs are created. Generally electron hole pairs are produced because of temperature. If you increase the temperature, then some of this electron present in a valence band, this electron present in a valence band just jump from the valence band to conduction band by the receiving a thermal energy. There is another way to produce the electron hole pair. Which one? Then you can use this one also. Suppose you just give the energy by the photon. Means the photon is incident on this electron hole pair. Then some energy is released. Some energy is received by this electron, and this electron is jump. Actually, this electron is jump from valence band to conduction band, and in here the hole is created. So there is another second method. If you just given this energy, if you just give the energy to this electron into the valence band by the photon. If you incident some photon on the electron, then it is jump into the conduction band. Electron hole pairs are generated. That is the second way. Okay, you must be note this. How you create the electron hole pair? So first you create the electron hole pair by the using of thermal, and second method is which one? By the using of photon also. You just incident some photon on a valence band electron. It is transits from valence band to conduction band. But what is this problem? This photon energy must be greater than this gap. So when E photon is greater than energy gap, then electron hole pair is generated. But if E photon लेस देन एनर्जी गैप, इफ आप जो भी एनर्जी इंसिडेंट वो उससे कम है तो इलेक्ट्रॉन कंडक्शन बैंड में जा ही नहीं पाएगा, तो इलेक्ट्रॉन होल पेयर जनरेट होगी नहीं. इफ ई फोटोन लेस देन एनर्जी गैप, देन इलेक्ट्रॉन होल पेयर इज नॉट क्रिएटेड, is not created. Okay, all of you guys must be write this note in your books. By the using of photon, how the electron hole pair is generated. Okay, so all of you must be note this in your books. Then after we are just go to this next one, note it. Okay, let's see next example. Example number 2. A p type of semiconductor has a acceptor level 57 MeV. Okay, above the valence band, मतलब कि यहाँ पे वैलेंस बैंड है, सपोज यहाँ पे कंडक्शन बैंड है, तो एक्सेप्टर लेवल यहाँ पे होगा, सॉरी दिस इज डोनर लेवल ना, माय मिस्टेक. ऐसा होगा एक्सेप्टर लेवल. द फाइंड द मिनिमम वेवलेंथ ऑफ लाइट विच कैन क्रिएट अ हॉल. सो वी हैव टू फाइंड द मिनिमम वेवलेंथ ऑफ अ लाइट टू क्रिएट अ हॉल. हॉल क्रिएट करना मतलब क्या, होल क्रिएट करना मतलब कि आपको इलेक्ट्रॉन से मतलब इलेक्ट्रॉन जो है उससे अलग हो जाएगा तो होल क्रिएट होगा. ठीक है, इलेक्ट्रॉन होल पेयर को जनरेट करना है यहाँ पे, मतलब आपको कितनी एनर्जी देनी पड़ेगी, इतनी एनर्जी आपको देनी पड़ेगी. सो वी राइट द हिंट हियर, इफ as we discussed E greater than Eg, electron hole pair is created. ठीक है, ऐसा ही तो हमने थोड़ी देर पहले ही सीखा कि अगर इंसिडेंट एनर्जी है वो बैंड गैप से ज़्यादा है तो इलेक्ट्रॉन होल पेयर क्रिएट होगी. तो आंसर क्या होगा इसका, इसका आंसर होगा Hc by lambda greater than Eg. It means lambda less than Hc by Eg. Lambda less than Hc by Eg, then electron hole pair is generated. Then it means lambda less than, what is Hc, 1242 electron volt nanometer, and what is Eg, 57 into 10 raised to minus 3 electron volt. So answer is what, lambda less than this value in nanometer. So calculate this answer by yourself. सो रिमेनिंग कैलकुलेशन इज इन होमवर्क. ओके, आप इस तरह से आप इसका सॉल्यूशन कर सकते हैं. वेरी सिंपल है, यहाँ पे कुछ भी डिफिकल्ट नहीं है. कैसे करना है सॉल्व, जो भी बैंड गैप है वो आपका मतलब जो भी फोटोन की एनर्जी हो बैंड गैप से कैसी होनी चाहिए, ज़्यादा होनी चाहिए. सो Hc by lambda must be greater than Eg, then the electron hole pair is generated, as we discuss in additional notes. Okay, just before this example, all of you must be note this example in your books in your books properly. Okay, let's see, comes to this next one. In a pure semiconductor, underline, in a pure semiconductor, number of conduction electron is equal to this one. But in case of pure semiconductor, number of electron is equal to number of hole. But what it's per meter cube, 1 meter cube में इतने इलेक्ट्रॉन और होल है. How many holes are there in a sample in a size of 1 centimeter by 1 centimeter by 1 mm? So this is the volume. V is equal to 10 to the minus 2 into the 10 to the minus 2 into the 10 to the minus 3 मीटर क्यूब. मतलब सेंटीमीटर को मीटर में कन्वर्ट करो तो आंसर क्या आएगा, 10 टू द माइनस 2 इंटू 10 टू द माइनस 2 इंटू 10 टू द माइनस 3 मीटर क्यूब. सो फाइनल आंसर क्या होगा, V इज इक्वल टू -2 -2 4 3 7, V इज इक्वल टू 10 रेज टू -7 मीटर क्यूब. सो आप सिंपल फाइंड कर सकते हैं, नंबर ऑफ होल इज इक्वल टू number of hole NH is equal to NE. Actually both are same. Actually both are same. Is equal to what? It is equal to what? What is the given data? Consider it is NE. It is equal to NE, and right now consider it is N. So N into V. So why write the one not? why I am writing this relation? In a 1 meter cube, in a 1 meter cube, how many electrons are present? N, consider it is equal to n. Then in a V meter cube, NH is equal to what? So NH is equal to N into V. NH is equal to what? N into V. So what is N actually? 6 into 10 raised to 19 multiply by V. V is what? 10 to the minus 7. So final answer is what? 6 into the 10 raised to 19 minus 7. So 19 minus 7, 10 raised to 6 into 10 raised to 12. This is the number of hole. Actually this answer is wrong. You must be correct this answer by this one. Okay, so very simple example, you must be noting. फिर से बोल रहा हूँ, इंट्रिंसिक सेमीकंडक्टर में नंबर ऑफ होल और इलेक्ट्रॉन है दोनों कैसे होंगे? इक्वल होंगे. तो दोनों इक्वल है यहाँ पे. तो कितने हैं? 6 इंटू 10 रेज़ टू 19 है, पर 1 मीटर क्यूब में. आपको इतनी साइज़ में ही चाहिए, आपको इतनी साइज़ में ही चाहिए, तो मतलब उसको v से मल्टीप्लाई कर दो, कुछ करना नहीं है, सिंपल है. यहाँ पे नोट में मैंने इक्वेशन जो है वो लिखा ही है, आप इस नोट को नोट कर लो और फाइनली यू गेट दिस आंसर. जो भी आंसर यहाँ पे दिया है उसमें प्रिंटिंग मिस्टेक है, आपका आंसर आएगा 6 इंटू 10 रेज़ टू 12. ओके, so all of you guys must be note this all example in your books properly with calculation, with understanding, and in the next session we are just discuss about the p-n junction. Okay, now all of you must be note about this one, not this all example in your books. Okay, not it.